Hello everyone, great afternoon. So I'm coming in live from La Trinidad, Benguet. So I am Coach Nords from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Intentional Living. This conversation is for individuals who wants to live the life he or she wants without guilt and apology to others. And my mission is to build a community of individuals who seek to live intentionally with joy and financial confidence. So, thank you for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming from today. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I'll be sharing for you today. You may also give shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So if you're watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay. I'm streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach A I Connect. So if you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and of course, subscribe. Yeah. So for today's episode, I am sharing with you about yeah, coaching for intentional living and my episode 2, which is habits for an intentional life. Part 1. So I consider this as part 1 because there are a lots of habits that we have to consider and at least 10 habits, and for this part 1 I'll be sharing with you the first 5. So for the next session I'll be sharing with you the second 5 also. So here we go. And before we are going for the topic, I am encouraging you to prepare a pen and a paper, or i-ready nyo yung cellphone or yung laptop or whatever gadget you have kasi nasa digital stage naman tayo, digital times is ano. You can use it, and if there is something na it uh, there is a realization in you from desktop, sudden realization, aha moments, na makukuha nyo sa talk na to or sa coaching session na to, then sulat nyo. And then from that, pag nasulat nyo, then I'm encouraging you to post it in your FB timeline, FB group. Then add hashtag pack my bag moment, and also add coaching think talk, wherein it is the source of the message you are going to share it to others through social media or through Facebook. So, yeah. So, yan ang agreement natin. Para sa ganun, pag-uwi nyo, o yan, pag-uwi nyo, kahit andyan kayo sa bahay, pagkatapos nito, at least meron kayong na-take note or meron kayong take away na nakuha dito sa coaching session natin. Okay? So, here we go. Let me first introduce who am I really. Ayan. So, I am Coach Nords from Life Coach Philippines, a professional life and mental health coach. And I am a certified wife and a certified mom of 2 beautiful daughters. And I am also a master builder apprentice of Master Coach A. And we build tribe as we help your unstoppable dream come true. And my mission as a builder is to build a community of individuals who seek to live intentionally with joy and financial confidence. And I am a financial literacy advocate person who believes that we are responsible in our own personal finances, no one else. It's just like in our life, we are responsible to our own life, no one else. And lastly, my character strength, my top one character strength, as I've encountered in our self-encounter class last year, is love of learning. It's my curiosity to learn something new. And sabi nga nila, if you stop learning, you stop growing. So for you to continue to grow, or for you to grow more, then learn more. Yan. Okay. So let's get started. So coaching for intentional living. And let me share with you this quote. It says here, intentional living is the art of making our own choices before others' choices make us. So ikaw ba yung tao na you choose your own decision or you make your own choices rather than following the choice of others or following the decision of others or making or letting others decide for you or choice for what you have to do? Or you are that person who intentionally choose the life you want. So living an intentional life is you are the one who choose for your own decision, for your own choices in life. Walang ibang gumagawa niyan, kundi ikaw lang. So you have that intentional life. Okay. So let's continue sa habits for an intentional life. So in here, for you to have that intentional life, there are certain habits you have to do. You have to apply or you have to cultivate in you. Habits are repeated action or an unconscious pattern of behavior. They affect all areas of our life and determine how we make use of each in our daily life. We all know of good and bad habits and are probably struggling to let go of some bad practices that we already created in us. Unfortunately, there is something or there is nothing as hard as fighting against self. So ang kalaban natin dito is our own self. Hindi yung ibang tao, but it's our own self. It is who you have been for a while. And it takes time to let go of something that has become part of yourself. However, if we are to live an intentional life and be successful in what we do, we will need to cultivate habits that are in sync with the life we want. So for us to have that intentional life in us, there are certain habits na kailangan nating gawin. An intentional life is one where we carefully choose what to do in goals. It is a purposeful life. So how can you imagine a life without purpose? Or a life or an event or ginagawa mo yung mga bagay na wala lang, wala kang purpose. Ginawa mo lang kasi ano, ganito. Sumunod ka lang sa uso or ginawa lang ng friend mo, ginawa mo rin. Yun. And it's needless to say that one needs to be principled to be able to live such a life. So there are principles. Kailangang may principle para sa ganun is ano, may principle ka na sinusunod. Para sa ganun, you have that intentional living. So if you are doing something against your principle, hindi na yun intentional. Kasi bumabangga na sa intention. Bumabangga na sa gusto mong gawin or sa prinsipyo mo. So there are some habits that can help us stay principled as we seek to live an intentional life. So number one, I would like to share with you, number one is self-introspection. What does that mean? How often do you apply this to yourself? Self-check. Daily, weekly, monthly, semi-annually, or how long? Or how often do you have this self-check in yourself? Make it a habit to do self-check. Sometimes we or you are your own stumbling blocks and you do not realize it. Ikaw mismo ang blockage sa mga goals mo sa buhay. You behave and self-sabotaging way. Sinasabotage niyo yung sarili niyo. Therefore, you must learn to first look deep inside of yourselves before you find anyone or anything to blame for anything that is not going right in your life. So dito, you have to be responsible for yourself. Take responsibility of yourself. Don't blame others. So that is why you have to have this self-check. Look for your own weaknesses and areas that need to be improved and work on yourself. Because this will improve your relationships and your approaches as you work on your personal goals. So self-check. So sarili muna natin. Let's check on ourselves. Kasi yun nga, it is one way or it is one habit of having that unintentional life. Kasi hindi naman ibang tao ang mag-check sa'yo. It is you who will check on yourself. Taking responsibility of yourself. So you have this responsibility or you have to have this habit for you to have an intentional life. Yan. And number two, malapit na tayong matapos. Number two is recite your life goals. Do you have life goals in life? Do you have life goals? May written ba kayong life goals? So if you have that written life goals, recite your life goals daily. Twice or thrice a day, pwede. After waking up and before sleeping at night. Because this reminds you where each plan for the day is meant to take you. So ito yung guide natin or nagre-remind sa atin na ito yung gawin natin. Para sa ganun, yung goal natin is ma-achieve natin. Because your dreams and goals are not things you could achieve someday. Not things you could achieve someday, but they are things you should achieve. Okay. So remind yourself what you want to achieve every now and then. In other words, keep your eyes on the goal to avoid wasting time on things that do not bring value to your life or that do not in alignment with your goals. Yan. And number three is ito yung number three na to, alam ko maraming nakaka-relate dito. So, let me know in the chat box kung makaka-relate kayo dito sa number three. So, how often? Yan. Number three is learn to say no. How often do you say no to yourself and yes to others? Or how often do you say no to others, and yes to yourself. Learning to say no is a skill. This is a skill to be learned. And this is also my struggle before na I am that one person na laging nagsisi yes to others but no myself. I'm sacrificing time just to please others, just to fulfill the favor or just to yan, fulfill the favor ng isang tao, ng family ko, ng kakilala ko. Kasi I'm thinking that paano 'pag hindi ako nag-say-yes sa kanya? Baka yung relationship namin it affects. That's me before. But then, I came to realize when I've entered into life coaching last year, learning to say no is okay. It's okay to say no to others. Kung yung situation na yun, yung events na yun, is not in alignment to what you want to do or to your core values, say no. Kasi ikaw naman yan. So learning to say no is really a skill na matututunan natin yan as we go on the process. Yes, I have this fear na baka ganito ang sasabihin nila. Bakit wala akong pakisama? Kasi hindi ako sumama sa kanya. Sa kanila, hindi ako nag-join sa ini-invite nila. So that's me before. But for me to have this intentional life, yeah, I've learned the hard way to say no to others and say yes to myself. Doon ko siya na-appreciate na I have to focus on myself first. Because when I focus on myself and I improve myself first before others, that really matters. That really, sabi nga nila, di ba, fill your cup first before filling the cup of others. Parang ganun din yan. So, how can I feel the need of others if hindi ko ma-feel yung sarili ko? Ano yung i-fill in ko sa iba kung empty naman yung cup ko? Paano pag hindi siya puno? So, I have to have this thing na kailangan I have to fill in my cup before filling the cup of others. So, I will share from overflow. So, kung ano yung overflow sa akin, yun ang i-share ko para hindi ako ma-drain, hindi ako maging dry. So, that is the same with saying or learning to say no to others and saying yes to yourself. Because it's okay to say no to others. Because learning to say no is part of improving and getting better to achieve your life goals more efficiently and effectively. Kasi kung nagpa-effect ka sa iba na, o sige, gawin ko na lang yan para sa'yo. And what if that time, you have to, may gagawin ka sana for yourself, for your goals, tapos hindi mo siya ginawa, di ikaw na ang delay. So na-fulfill mo yung need niya, pero yung sarili mong need, hindi mo siya na-fulfill. So how do you feel about it? Yan. And learning to say no without feeling guilt gives you the benefit of minimizing stress and overwhelm in your life. Plus, the peace of mind that you are doing the right thing. Kasi you have that right thing na ginagawa mo to kasi it is in alignment with your goals. So, hindi ka guilty. Kasi it really helps you. Kasi pag, yun nga, as I said a while ago is, pag inaccept mo siya, tapos hindi mo ginawa yung sa'yo, para sa'yo is, guilty ka doon. Yan. And it may be that you don't find it difficult to stick with your choice with people you aren't close to. But when you think of how to say no to family or how to say no to a friend, things start getting complicated. You want to stand up for the right things, but in a way that doesn't make them feel put down or betrayed. Yan. So, the key to making it easier to understand that showing up for your priorities doesn't make you rude and considerate or a bad person. It's just that it will earn respect from them as well as yourself because it highlights your conviction in your values. So kung porsigido ka na you say no to that something, it means that your conviction in your values, you have that conviction in your values. Another is you have this clarity of your thoughts. So klaro ka doon sa ginagawa mo. And it also reflects your character sense. So you are standing on that strength you have. Pinapakita mo kung ano yung standing mo. So you are strong to what you are saying that you say no. Kasi ganito ako eh. Ito yung commitment ko. Ito ako. Ito yung gusto kong mangyari. So panindigan ko. There is that such respect na you are respecting your boundaries. You created that boundary and you respect it. You implement it. So yeah. So if you're that one person na laging say yes to others, then maybe you can share it in the comment box. Me, for me to know, and we will connect with one another. For me to share with you how I've overcome this habit or how I practice this habit. So for now is hindi na ako hindi ko na feel na guilty ako pag hindi ako nag-join sa ibang events kasi I have my own events, yung gano'n. So wala na 'yun. Because I have this thought na it's okay to say no to others. And the next habit for you to know is draw a lesson from each challenge you face. Challenges happen for a reason. In every aspect of our life, in any areas of our life, in our finances, and our physical, and our social life, and our spiritual, there are challenges that comes along the way. So it's not easy. It's not easy for you to move forward because there are challenges sa journey natin. And those challenges happen really for a reason. And if we face those challenges, it just means that we are growing. Because it says you don't grow when things are easy. Pag madali ang lahat, do you feel you are growing? Or wala lang, pa-easy-easy lang? Because you grow when you face those challenges. And pag nalampasan mo yung challenges na yan, parang, yes, success. O, di ba? Success. Nalampasan ko yung challenge eh. So, parang, ang ganda ng feeling. It's, there's peace sa paggalaw. There's freedom. So, challenges happens for a reason. So remember that challenges happens for a reason. So may rason lahat yan. It says here, challenges are what make life interesting. Di ba pag na-challenge tayo, it's really interesting. Maganda yung journey. Interesting to eh. Nakaka-challenge. Yung ganun. And then, overcoming them is what makes them meaningful. So if we overcome those challenges in our own way, meaningful. Meaningful, fruitful, parang fulfilled. You are satisfied kasi you overcome those challenges along the way. So nakarating ka na doon sa gusto mong puntahan because you overcome those challenge. You face the challenge. Those challenges are part of your journey. Hindi po yan nawawala. It's just how we face it, how we respond to those challenges in life. Okay. Next habit, finally, number 5, listen more and talk less. When you learn to listen more, you learn more from others. Kasi sabi dito, we have 2 ears and 1 tongue so that we would listen more and talk less. And that is very, very true. You do not only get valuable information related to your dreams, but you also understand them better and improve relationship when you listen more and talk less. Listening also gives you enough time to think before you talk or react. It also helps you understand the contents of a discussion and lessens the chances of a misunderstanding or conflict. So it is much better for you to listen more rather than talking more. So listen more and talk less. Because when you have this habit of listening, or let us say active listening, during conversations na nakikinig ka sa sinasabi ng client or sa sinasabi ng teacher mo. So with the conversations, or for you to listen more, yung pagka-active listening mo, when something is, when something or when someone is speaking, don't think at all about how you are going to respond. Huwag mong isipin kung paano ako mag-respond dito. How can I respond pag nagsalita siya? So, ang gawin mo is focus entirely on what they are saying. This will most likely give you extra mental bandwidth to notice sub-communications and their body language and voice tonality. So focus on that because it will help you know what they are really trying to say. Kasi nakikita mo yan sa nakikita mo sa how their body language move and then paano yung voice tonality nila. Yan. And you're going to use your own words to ensure you understand what the other person is saying. Kapag you really actively listen from that person. Because this may involve rephrasing their words or repeating them to make sure you're getting the right idea. So if you listen more to the person, you are getting the idea na pwede mo siyang i-refresh and ask that person is, ganito ba yung gusto mong iparating? Is this how you want to see it? Yun. And you will dive deeper as well. So instead of giving your opinions immediately after they've finished talking, ask questions to get a deeper idea of how they feel. Yan. Yan ang gagawin mo. If you are listening more and after the talk, then it's time for you to ask questions at the end of the talk. So if you are doing these actions in your active listening, it can help you create more meaningful personal relationship. And this is a good habit for you to have an intentional life. Because you are building relationship to others, personal relationship and social relationship to others. Kasi nga, you have that ability or you have that skill to listen actively. Yeah. So that's number 5 for the habits. So patapos na tayo. And let me ask some questions at the end. Questions for yourself. So ito yung mga tanong ko sa inyo. Number 1 is, have you ever felt like life was just happening to you? Naramdaman mo ba yan? Na ang buhay nangyayari lang sa'yo? What's your answer? Is it a yes or is it a no? Let me know in the chat box. And tingnan natin kung perfect score ka ba dito or hindi naman. Yan. Okay? Just let me know your answer. Ano nyo lang. Put it in the chat box or in the comment section. Number 2 is, do you have dreams and aspirations, but you never feel like you're getting any closer to achieving them? May mga pangarap ka ba sa buhay? May mga aspirations ka? Pero ang feeling mo is, hindi ka nagiging closer sa pag-achieve sa mga yan. Is it a yes or is it a no? Let me know in the chat box. Okay? And next question is that, do you wish you had a plan? Do you wish you had a plan? Is it a yes or is it a no? And follow-up question is that, if you do have a plan, do you wish it were more workable or that you had some support and accountability in carrying it out? Is it a yes or is it a no? Let me know in the chat box for me to know how can I help you on that. Okay? And for these 4 questions, if you answered yes to any of these questions, you might be a good candidate for my Intentional Living 2.0 coaching tribe. So kung yes ang sagot mo sa isa dyan, let's connect. Let's have a conversation. Let's continue to connect. My FB profile, Nordilyn Dacos Cales. FB page, Coach Nords. Then FB group, Living Intentionally 2.0. So, let's continue to connect. Pag ang sagot mo sa isang tanong doon is yes, kung hindi naman no lahat, kung no lahat, then you are not fitted in this coaching tribe. So, kung may sagot ka lang na no, may sagot ka na yes, na isang yes, you are welcome in this community or in this tribe. Living Intentionally 2.0. Because I do believe, and it's time for you to live intentionally. Claim your inheritance and live abundantly. We are limitless by God's design. So we are limitless by God's design. And we have to live abundantly because that's what God has given us. Huwag po tayong magpa-influence sa society's standard or sa society's background or sa society's laws. Gustong mangyari, yan. So, we are limitless by God's design. So, let's continue to live an intentional life. So, as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing in this organization of professional certified life coaches. And I'm inviting you for our next session next week. That is same time, 2 p.m., because I'll be going to share with you the part 2 of this coaching conversation. The other 5 habits for an intentional life. Yeah. So this afternoon, do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Phoebe for coaching for self-literacy at 4 p.m. So, if you're that one person na hindi pa literate sa sarili, yan. This is a good coaching conversation you have to attend. And I would like also to invite you to Master Coach is co-actively co-create life coach certification program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. It includes 21-day online learning journey. Web-based siya. So, nasa ano yan? Sa platform ni Rozuko. So, pwede mo siyang pag-aralan anytime na you are available as long as may internet connection ka. And another is 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A and 3D live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. The program package also comes with many other bonuses. So connect with Coach Rizel through 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. So give yourself the permission to take a look at this. You will never know until you're going to experience it. So once again, this is Coach Nords from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. This is us in the Philippines. Yan. So, love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. See you next week.